Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here. I guess I wanted to talk about a little bit about my opinions on the Orville. It was a series on Fox. It's now on Hulu. It's entering its third season. I have watched the first couple episodes of the Orville, and I'm taken aback by it. Um, I know that I think my brother isn't too crazy about it. He doesn't particularly see Seth MacFarlane as a good actor. Yes. There are many jokes in this show. It's like trying to be Star Trek-y a little bit, probably a little bit more. It picks fun at it at Star Trek as well. I mean, I was intrigued by watching episodes where, someone just have a conversation. It's like, oh, sorry, I gotta go pee. It's like the joke. So you are fans of Star Trek, you realize that you never, no one talks about going to the bathroom in it. You never even see what a bathroom even looks like. It's a little bit, it's like people in the future don't pee, I guess. There have been jokes in Star Trek even about that. But anyway, Seth MacFarlane tries to, like he did on Family Guy or other shows, he makes us aware of certain political or, social, like social problems that we, even like today's issues and whatnot. And the Orville's been able to they're in the future, but they they seem to be much like we are. And sometimes they say the same things or react like we do and whatnot. But they do it in a way that's not cringy. Discovery, Strange New Worlds, the biggest thing I think, I'm not saying Alex Kurtzman is terrible with Star Trek or something, but I think that the problem with a lot of the Star Treks is these Star Treks are trying to pull so much from the original Star Treks. Like, I like Strange New Worlds, but pulling so much from the original series, just give us a new Star Trek series. I don't care where it takes place, and just make it, Discovery felt like it was a spin-off of the original series. Strange New Worlds is good, but it feels the same, and just make a new Star Trek. Or why doesn't Alex Kurtzman just make some sci-fi series? Try to break the mold, try to do something a little bit different. The Orville definitely feels like Star Trek. Different episodes, the characters. I love all the characters. They're just quite wonderful characters. And the show touches on many touchy subjects that many people may not want to talk about or have a reference to. Yeah, I mean, I could talk about all kinds of interesting episodes that I've seen. It always seems kind of interesting, because then there's like a problem. They seem to solve it. How a lot of these problems or conflicts are settled and stuff, it kind of makes sense. Like there's kind of a thought process about it. Like there are episodes where it's super serious. They're in a deadly situation. They're on board a Krell ship, like some of the evil aliens or whatever. It's like they're having to sneak around or whatever. And then there's episodes that are just kind of funny. They say funny things or just, like the show's trying to be serious and something happens. Like all of a sudden something falls from the ceiling and he's like, oh, don't pay attention to that. It's like, what? It is rather a funny show. I've seen some characters that remind me of like Family Guy or something on it, but then it kind of goes back to being serious. It can be serious when it wants to be. Like Earth's getting attacked and the evil Krellon, the robots want to wipe out everybody. So then supposedly the Krell and the Union. Yeah, it's not the Federation, it's the Union. The Orville ship design is a little bit weird. The ship design is a little strange, but it's, yeah. I think Seth MacFarlane's good in it. I mean, I wasn't too sure about it, but you really have to start watching it. As those who may not know, the original series only had 3 seasons and was canceled. So, yes, it's quite extraordinary to think that there was a time where Star Trek pretty much almost just went kaput. But once the original series was in syndication and people started watching it, they then began to appreciate it. It was like Star Trek was made for a certain audience that may not really have existed yet. And then the 90s, we had Deep Space Nine, we had Voyager, Next Generation. We had just Enterprise. We had all kinds of Star Trek series. I just don't know what happened. Enterprise got done just as it was getting good. Now, all the Star Treks have always been unique. They've always tried to change things. Yeah, I mean, I will admit, they did change a lot with Deep Space Nine, for instance. They tried to show war, which I guess Gene Roddenberry did not want to openly show wars going on. Like the Klingons. I don't think he ever officially said anything about war with the Klingons. I know that they start to say there was a war with the Klingons, but originally I don't think there really was. There was a period of hostilities, much like a Cold War or something. The Klingons would sometimes destroy Federation ships. The Federation would sometimes defend itself and destroy some Klingon ships. There was a peace treaty or whatever. I think the Krell might be somewhat like the Klingons or whatnot, that they are like, hopefully eventually the Krell and the Union can work together and figure something out. Of course, they're working together to fight the Krellon, the evil robots. They want to wipe out everybody. A particularly funny show. It's serious, but not too serious. I like that. I find there's sometimes discoveries seem to be too serious, or sometimes the writing. I just I'm not going to blame Alex Kurtzman or whatever, but yeah, writing is the Orville. I mean, it's just a very ingenious series. I know my mother likes watching it. My brother probably is just watching it, but yeah, the Orville, definitely a show I would go and see. I know there's been other reviews of the Orville like 4 years ago or something. Well, now we got the new season, and I kind of want to get caught up and get up to that. I feel like I want to like speed ahead and miss it, but I really want to watch all of these episodes. Anyway, yep, I'm definitely just going to go see the Orville. Best place to watch is streaming, of course, on Hulu. And like the New Horizons, I think they have like the first episode of it is out, and of Isaac, the robot dude, who's in an interesting predicament. I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think most people who like the show probably already know that. Anyway, I just think he's like a Commander Data kind of character on the show. He's like a robot sent from the Krylon people to of the other robots to be part of the Orville crew, which seems weird. Then we just have characters that are just rather interesting. And stuff they say feels like it's stuff people are saying now, or sometimes it feels like watching a sitcom and I forget, oh, this is a sci-fi thing. There's many characters. They're just very interesting, and I think they're all kind of to reflect real people or kind of the social issues, where people don't really get along like they should, and yeah, a lot of concepts that get introduced to later episodes. And it's always kind of making fun of Star Trek, I think, or of any other show. Yeah, The Orville is just a very unique series. It's very interesting. I mean, many people thought it was probably just a spoof, and I think that's probably how it kind of originally was. And then, like even Seth MacFarlane's been kind of surprised that people really want to see the series and see it continuing, and I would like to see it continuing myself. Uh, hmm. Would be cool maybe they did a movie, like a big movie of the Orville to kind of explain things. I don't know, but you know, I even wouldn't mind maybe if they did an animated Orville. Sometimes I do feel like maybe originally he wanted to have this be animated. It has that kind of an animated feeling to maybe this should have been animated. I know there was Blunt Talk, Patrick Stewart, and I kind of thought, is this supposed to be animated? It feels like maybe it should have been animated and not live action. But the Orville kind of feels like that too. Maybe he contemplated that, but I guess it's better he did live action. But well, because there was Galaxy Quest. This is like kind of in between Galaxy Quest and Star Trek. It's just a fun show. It's just you might want to give it a shot, look at it. I guess if you don't like Seth MacFarlane, you may not really dig this series, but I definitely want to see where it goes from where it was. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.